It's Week 17 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys. Next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds contempt.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Well, this group right here, Brock, poised to make a run in the playoffs, but they've had to earn that trip to the postseason, haven't they, without some of their teammates here on the field?
And for everyone on this injury report, the key is recovery. If you got a shot to make it back, any shot, you're going to do all you can to be a part of a playoff run. And for those guys out there playing today, the key word is prevention. Do not add anybody else to this list before the postseason arrives.
On third down, it's Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down read option. He keeps it running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Hurts now from the gun. Campbell hauls it in. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Can't get it to him. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves him with third and short. Hurts throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Completed left side to Smith. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They kick the running back in motion. Working inside the red zone. He's got a man left. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll go with the option to the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that play call, it was certainly about playing it safe and just running it from the goal-to-go situation. But I'm not sure it's possible with how well this defense is holding up.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets him around 6 there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Elliott running out of the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Right back to Elliott now. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's the long-tenured Brandon Graham with the stop. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. On first down, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow.
Second down and 10.
Throw left side, complete. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. And the Cowboys bring a couple extra defensive backs out. Third down coming. Motion man left is Brown. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the pistol, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
He's got Smith. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down. Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Play action, Prescott. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second down, here's Prescott again. Ezekiel Elliott makes the catch. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Devin White hauls him down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Prescott here from the gun. That one's incomplete over the middle.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts his return from the 23. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, receiving team.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Bale's trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Oh, he loses the football. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Elliott on 1st and 10. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They only get a yard out of that run. It's going to be 2nd down. Running the counter, Elliott. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. From the gun is Prescott. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by Deron Bland. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts now from the gun. Looking for a target. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Hurts setting up to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down throwing for Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he gets this forward to the 19.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They stick with Gainwell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Ball start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes his grasp. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Hurts looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, ball at the 36. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st down, Hurts bails out of the pocket quick. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. They're on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Able to find Gainwell. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start. Offense.
So the penalty is going to back them up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's on the move. Now he takes it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Flushed out. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 5. It's now 3rd and 9.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles pushing for a score before the break. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Now Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. This finds Cooks, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. 2nd and 1. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Prescott. Catch made by Cooks. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Another throw for Prescott. That finds Elliott, complete. Still fighting forward. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Elliott reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game.
Cowboys 10.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Justice Hill doing plenty of damage on the ground as he went well over 100 yards in the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Bengals were this close to a perfect regular season, but they couldn't finish it off, and they fall to 15-1 with one game remaining until playoff time. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. This drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's incomplete left side.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Has him on the quick hitter. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Cooper to Jean with the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Dak to the air here. Brought in by Elliott. Broke through the tackle. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Once again, Elliott. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Complete over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Motion man sent left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's got it in the red zone. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Running back sent in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They give it to Elliott on the draw. And he's going to be tackled after getting it up to the 28. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 28. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it. Escapes a defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. This is ahead for about 5. Play stopped by Damone Clark. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hurts looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Elliott. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the option, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 41. Dumps it off to his running back. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun is Prescott. Cut out left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying an inside give to Elliott. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it again. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop it for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Dak off the play fake. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And we're barely into this quarter, Kate, and already a tied game, a whole new game. Starting from this point, every single possession will be a premium.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. He breaks the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And it sets up 2nd down. Now Hurts. It's complete to Turner. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Throwing on 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now a 4th down staring right at him. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Cowboys about set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Elliott straight ahead. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
They're running the option, short side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Elliott's on 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Play action, Prescott. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing again is Dak. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms, but it slips through. 2nd down coming up. On the give, it's Elliott. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Eagles 16.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Campbell going to motion over right. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott just about set to get going on offense. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This is Elliott running right. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Here's Dak. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Eagles will take possession. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Hurts setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Oh, he got free. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. 1st and 10, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without...
Nick Sirianni going to have the officials look at this one again. He's throwing that challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout, too. And he works it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Cowboys leading by 7. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to Elliott now. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. A give on 3rd to Elliott. And he's brought down for a loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First down throwing for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
To throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.